Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. This fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown. Here comes the
Shakedown.
shakedown.
Let's go.
You're my doing. King Dingbat here, and we are back. Officially back. I mean, dude, that was the longest week of my life.
I felt like you went away. I felt you went to war and then haven't got back in months.
I feel like I went to war too. I had a lot of kills, I hope. But it was like, you know, I missed that week. I missed the Eagles Steelers, the draft deadline, the trade deadline, the Thursday night game. We missed Philly Shakedown post game. We missed Philly Shakedown, 2 of them. It's just been crazy, man. The whole experience sucked. It sucked, I tell you.
Been in that position crazy before, trust me.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, but you were like, hey, everybody, I'm going to stream the football game. Come look at my channel. And you were like showing the video. Like, I don't know what the hell I did. It was crazy. Do you remember that one time, like long ago?
Yeah, it was. I showed the actual game on the TV. Like that was like years ago, though. That was when I was stupid.
Yeah, that was years ago.
Hey, everybody, look at the preseason game.
What's up, Chris Scott Witchell, Eagles Nation 5-star, Bleeding Kelly Green, Eagles Nation, Leon go hard, don't go soft. Wyatt, what's going on? James, Evan, Isaiah, George R. Man, a lot of people in here already. Thank you guys so much. It's been a while. We have a lot to talk about. I mean, we've got a lot to talk about. First thing we should talk about is the trade deadline, right? Because the trade deadline happened before the last game. So what are your thoughts on what went down on the trade deadline?
I mean, at this point, I know the Eagles were in the market for a running back, and I think they gave it a shot. They gave it a shot, Kareem Hunt, and from what I've heard so far, I figured they wanted a 3rd-round pick, and the Eagles didn't want to give that up. And I think it was just getting too pricey. That Jamal, that running back from the Lions, they were interested in him. And I thought that was a very sneaky move they could have made as well. But who knows if they wanted more draft capital. So I think Howie maybe wanted to give away more than maybe less than a 4th-round pick, maybe to a 5th or a 6th or something. I don't think he wanted to give up that 3rd-round pick. So I think they just stayed away. And I'm totally fine that they stayed away. Look, we had Trey Sermon on the roster. If they want to give it a shot, they have to use him now. Don't save him till the playoffs. Use him now, get him acclimated, and get this done. So I'm perfectly fine with what they did.
Do you think they'll ever use him?
No. No.
I mean, he's not even dressing at this point.
They wanted to trade for him, and then they got him off waivers and used him 2 times in the Jaguars game. That's all they have done with him, and I don't get why that's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Sal, David Super Chat goes, glad you 2 are back. Glad to be back, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, listen. I think that obviously the move was the Robert Quinn trade that we talked about last Saturday.
Right.
That happens, and it is what it is. But I can't kill them for not getting anything done. Obviously, it would have been nice, but I can't kill them on it. You know?
No, definitely not.
Because they've just done so much,
and the thing is too, like the Eagles fans were they were like there was people pissed off. Like we've been spoiled enough this year. Like we have made a lot of moves. Like we have a good roster right now. Obviously, we're worried about special teams. We're worried about depth at safety, maybe a little bit, and how Jonathan Gannon uses his defense. But at the end of the day, we've been spoiled the past 2 off seasons within the season of now trading for Robert Quinn, which is going to be a big one for us as well. Yeah. So no problem with it.
My feeling with Robert Quinn is, and I've said this before, you got to give him to the Washington game, because He's trying to still adjust, and he got close quite a couple times last game. I think it's just a matter of time, Yeah. Eagles Nation, man. Shout out to you, man, and welcome to Dingbat Superfans, man. Thank you so much for joining. It is good to have you. I appreciate it so much. Now, I have a video that I've done. I didn't put it out yet because I got busy with kittens, selling kittens and all this stuff. I'll probably just wait till tomorrow early in the morning to put it out. But I filmed a video, and I was talking about Odell Beckham Jr. I want to talk to you about Odell Beckham Jr. because I saw people already pissed with Robert Quinn. Damn, that's way too early. You can't get pissed at him yet.
No.
But I saw another YouTube channel that I won't mention, but they were talking about Odell Beckham Jr. The Eagles are interested, but there's no source. They don't put any sources. There's literally no sources. Do you think the Eagles are interested in Odell Beckham Jr.? And here's the other question: if they were, or would you sign him just to keep him from Dallas and the Giants?
At this point, I don't think they are. I think they're fine with what they have, and I think with the fan base, the fan base gets pissed after every game sometimes on the distribution of the football. Like this is what happens, guys, when you have so many weapons in your offense. Right. Like there's going to be games where Devontae Smith might not have more than 2 catches. There's going to be games where even the Quez Watkins had his first positive first down catch in this game. Really, before that, 5 games, 19 yards. The 19 yards he got was from the Cardinals game. That was the only game he had positive yards in. To keep him away from the Cowboys or anything like that, here's the thing. The guy's not going to be ready until December, okay? He's coming off an ACL injury. God knows what he's going to look like on top of it. Yeah, I mean, they could, but they're going to have to – we can't afford to let another player go. Like, that's the issue. When you get a player, you have to release somebody. Like, who are they going to release? We need depth at almost every position right now, so it's really tough to make that move.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I don't think they need – to go out and get Odell Beckham Jr. I think that coming off a torn ACL, like I always say, it takes a full year to come back from that injury. So you're going to get a guy who's at 50%, in my opinion, and he's not going to be, if this was September 2023, we could have the conversation. But right now, if he goes to Dallas or if he goes to New York, so who cares? It doesn't scare me at all. I have really no interest. And you mentioned the wide receivers and how things can go sometimes. And people have asked me, they said, well, what about Devontae Smith? Doesn't look like he's doing much. And I go, think about this. You're saying he doesn't look like he's doing much, but he's got only 3 less catches than A.J. Brown. He's still got 40 catches. A.J. Brown, 43. He's got 40, and Goddard's got 40. That's pretty damn good. The only issue I have with Devontae Smith is I'd like to see them use him in some deeper routes. His yards per catch is a little low because of the way they use him in short to intermediate. I think they could use him downfield, but I have no interest in Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, I think another thing too is Zach Pascal's kind of getting he's been doing a lot of the dirty work for the Eagles, a lot of the blocking, and even in the Steelers game, had his chance in that game, and it was fantastic. It was great. I like how they're kind of getting him acclimated, and just kind of throwing his way, not much. He might get 1 to 2 snaps, maybe he'll catch the ball only once all game, but he's very reliable. God forbid if anybody got hurt, I would be perfectly fine with, Pascal being in a game. I think Nick just knows how to use him. He used to be with the Colts under Nick Sirianni as the offensive coordinator. So, I kind of made a video on are they kind of liking, are they kind of using Pascal more than they want to use Quez Watkins? Do they think he's more reliable? But some of these guys are just not going to get their catches. They go off of the mismatches, depending what the defense gives you. And I think there's just endless choices and possibilities what they could do matchup wise. So,
yeah, no, I agree. Birds Nation 302, man. Thank you for the super chat. He goes, welcome back after this week. It's safe to say we are the best team in the league. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. We appreciate the super chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Eagles Nation, thank you for the super chat. He says, go Birds. Yes, go Birds. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to just catch up to the chat here, but I really don't think they need to do it. If you want to do something, pluck somebody off of a practice squad that can return punts,
God.
or sign another run stuffer until until we can get Jordan Davis back.
Yeah.
You see, let me tell you. Do you remember what I said about Tennessee early before the year? I said Malik Willis will be the starter by the end of the year.
Yeah.
He looks good. They just scored again. That may be the game that worries me the most on the calendar right now.
Yeah.
Is probably that Tennessee game. You know, that could be our first loss if we're not playing to run much better, you know.
Right. No, I
Jalen Hurts
totally
leading JMB says Jalen Hurts leading MVP conversation, and he should. I think he should, you know. Yeah, and let's promote Joey's Discord. Don't forget to join his Discord. I'll let you tell them what's going on with that.
Yeah, so I ended up making a Discord a few days ago, and obviously this is, instead of just commenting on videos, like I could talk to you guys every day, and we have different conversations about different things. There's fantasy football, there's the draft, and obviously free agency and all that stuff that we could talk about in the Eagles 2022 season. It's very open. It's free speech. You won't get judged in there. Try and get Philly 500 in there, which I know he will be in there. Due time, and we want to kind of build it up. Already have over 200 members in there already, which is in a couple of days, which is awesome. So definitely hit that link if you guys haven't. Appreciate it so much.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I saw somebody said, "Are you really scared about Odell Beckham going to Dallas?" I literally just said 2 minutes ago it doesn't scare us one iota. No, RPF. I mean, Dallas already got enough injured players at wide receiver. You want another one? Good luck. RPF, what's up, man? He goes, I was not surprised the Texans game would be tough. Short week traveling. As long as they win, that's what matters, and that's the most important. I agree. And that takes us into this Houston game because this was probably, and I was watching it by myself. I was sitting there folding laundry and watching, pacing all around. I didn't know what to do with myself. But this is probably the most nerve-wracking game we had. This is the first time I think we went into halftime without a lead, right? Like a big lead.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we were tied at halftime. I think that was another thing we'd never done this year. So
yeah, and it looked like the big problem is that the run defense. The run defense scares me. It's different when Jordan Davis is there. It just is. You know, do you think they can shore this thing up? Do you think this is going to be a problem that other teams are going to start to go at us with?
Between all the running backs you're going to be facing the rest of our schedule, like there were times where the Texans ran 12-man personnel and they had one guy stacked in the box. That's it. One. So automatically they're doubling on Hargrave, they're doubling on Fletcher Cox, kind of what the Cowboys did to us the first game. And literally it's one-on-one with the linebacker. And like between how far they are, or not how far they are back, but the linebackers, it's just one. I saw TJ Edwards by himself. It's an automatic 5+ yards a carry, pretty much. So I don't know why they were doing that. Look, the philosophy of Jonathan Gannon with this defense is to bend, don't break. I know you hate it. I know I hate it with a passion because I can't stand that we're just giving away yards. Free releases from wide receivers, okay, which I can't stand. But when you give up 168 yards on the ground, and Dameon Pierce is not only going to be a beast in this league, but he shouldn't have had the day that he had. And they just literally gave him those damn yards.
Do you remember watching what were we watching? We were talking about the scouting, what do they call it? The Senior Bowl.
All right,
we were talking about him, and dude, he would have been a perfect 4th-round pick for the Eagles. You know, he's good, that kid.
He is.
I like it, but I think it's something that they can figure out and solve. The one thing I don't want to see is don't bring Jordan Davis back until he's 100%. If that's 6-7 weeks, wait. Make sure you bring him back at the right time. You know, but we need him going into the playoffs because look, when you're in January and you're in cold weather, that run game becomes so much more important, in my opinion. You know. It's really when you go to the run. Fat Folder, thank you for Super Chat. Goes, do you think Hurts will take a team-friendly deal? I don't know. I know there's a lot of Eagle fans seem like they think that he's going to or he would want to. I don't. I think you got to make. I think you make every cent you can make. You know.
Why would he?
You know, that's what I think. Bubba says Derrick Henry is going to have 300 yards against. If they play like they did last week, it's going to be true. Even Malik Willis could run. I'm telling you, I like Malik Willis. I think he's a good player. So that's if out of all the games that I can think of the Eagles on their schedule, that Tennessee game is the one that the matchup wise, what they do and what we struggle with is what worries me. Otherwise, I think we beat everybody else.
Yeah, I think originally we said the Packers, but obviously they've lost 5 straight games. I think Aaron Rodgers threw 2 picks in the red zone, 3 picks for the day. I think they're like 3 games behind in their division right now. Yeah. So, I mean, they just look horrible right now. Horrible.
Yeah. Look at it, Edward. What'd you do? Where were you in the dungeon with all the sacrificing chickens? What are you talking about? Eagles haven't beaten a good team that they were all under 500. What's Minnesota's record? 7-1. I rest my case. I rest my case. The Eagles have beaten better teams than Dallas has beaten. Philly News says projection Eagles record 15-2. Yeah. Let me ask you this question: what team, if you had to pick one team in the NFC conference, the NFC, that would be the scariest, or the team that you would worry about the most? Not that you don't think we can win, but just that would be, maybe be the toughest matchup. Who do you think it would be?
Right now, I mean, oh man. I mean, you'd probably I was talking about the Seahawks earlier. Yeah. Seattle has been very kind of a weird beginning of the year, but Geno Smith kind of reviving his career a little bit, playing really well. Even after that Giants game, after the Seahawks beat the Giants, and that defense has really come together really well. They're playing smash mouth football. And, Geno Smith has weapons. I feel like the Seahawks are kind of on the verge of being, to get a little bit of attention each week. And I think that's a team to look out for.
Yeah, if I had to guess one, I think San Francisco.
Okay.
Because they've got weapons. They got decent defense. And they've got experience in the playoffs. That, and then with the addition of Christian McCaffrey, that I think they're one of those teams that if they got hot, they could be a problem, But we'll have to see. There's also talk about Odell Beckham Jr. going to San Francisco, so that's also possible,
True.
But that's what I would guess. I mean, the good thing is here's the issue with the Vikings, right? Vikings are 1.5 games behind us, but they got to go to Buffalo. Play Buffalo in Buffalo after Buffalo just lost. I feel very good that Buffalo is going to take care of them, which if we win gives us some breathing room. And then the following week, Minnesota's got to play Dallas in Minnesota. And they're going to beat Dallas because they're coming off a loss to Buffalo. It's a beautiful thing,
They got Green Bay. I think they have Dallas has Green Bay next week, 4:25.
Dallas has Green Bay next week in Green Bay. I think it's Sunday night game. Yeah, but Green Bay stinks. Like, I can't have any confidence that they're going to get it going. They stink.
They're horrible. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I don't know what is up with that team. Ken Sutton says Titans looking good. Yeah, Titans look like their style of play would give us problems. That's what I think. Have you ever been in a relationship that's not great, but you convince yourself that everything is fine? That's Mark Holmes trying to convince us Cowboys can beat us. We only beat the Texans by 12 on short work. Yeah. They say, oh, you barely beat the Texans. Oh, what was the point spread? Oh, 12. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right? What up, Denzel? Were you filming a movie? Yeah, I've been suspended. I got copyrighted because they thought I was Denzel Washington, and I was trying to steal his identity, apparently. JB says, Odell Beckham Jr. annoys me. He joins a contender team halfway through the just for the rings. Different team every year. He's annoying. I think Odell Beckham's a good player. But I think coming back from the ACL and then playing, he's going to play without, less than a year removed from that injury, you're not going to get good Odell. You're not going to get him till 2023.
Yeah, true.
That's what I think, anyways. Green Bay's real offense inexperienced. They're bad. They're bad.
Too many new faces.
Wide receivers.
Too many new faces.
Why would you allow yourself to keep Aaron Rodgers, that's 30-something years old, and then sit there and not put any help in front of him? Does that make any sense?
No. I mean, Christian Watson was supposed to be his weapon, I'm guessing, and I guess that hasn't worked out too well this year.
Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't. Nathan David for Super Chat, he goes 3 top 10 defensive backs on D blitz, linebackers force turnovers. 3 top defensive backs on the blitz.
Blitz.
Are you talking about on our team specifically, or are you talking about like throughout the league?
I think he's talking about. He might be talking about us. I'm not sure.
He's saying we have 3 top defensive backs. We do. I mean, I think Bradbury especially. I mean, Bradbury gets targeted a lot, like more than anybody, right?
Right.
And he's shutting people down. Dude, would you franchise him? I swear I will franchise.
There's a lot of good corners coming out of this draft next year. So there's a lot of guys coming out next year. So that could be. It's a nice corner draft next year. So it's going to be interesting.
If I could franchise him, draft a corner with one of my 2 firsts, and then sit that corner behind him and Slay for 1 year. I think that's the move, man. But it's going to cost you a lot of money. I can't let him go, man.
I know.
I just can't do it. You know? AK Eagles podcast. Shout out to you, my man. He goes, Giants have more rights to second place than Dallas. The Giants have beaten Baltimore, the Titans, and the Packers. Who has the Cowboys beat plus Dallas lost to the Bucs? Yeah, Cowboys haven't beaten anybody good. No, that's true. Why says 500 Joey? Do you agree with me? Odell Beckham Jr. will only bring negativity to the locker room. Overall, his production has decreased. He'll be begging for the ball since he's selfish, and his behavior overall. I don't know. I don't know.
If he doesn't get enough playing time, surely he'll probably say something.
Well, I mean, he's got to know that if anybody coming here, they got to know that you're not starting over AJ Brown and you're not starting over Devontae Smith. So, I don't even want him. I don't think he's going to be 100%. I think you're good with what you got.
Yeah, true.
Oh, Willis, I don't know why Tennessee got rid of AJ Brown, boy. Crazy. Clark Roberts, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, Titans look like us with the RPO zone read. Yeah, I'm telling you. That could be the toughest game,
It could be to our advantage too, because they practice against Jalen Hurts every week. So it could be an advantage. It gives them a good look for an RPO zone style read option offense like that. I mean, look, we're gonna find out, I mean, with Kyler Murray, it was a little, crazy, but
yeah, I like Malik Willis. Philly 024, when was the last time we even used the franchise tag? Did we use it on Macklin?
I think one time we did.
One time, and then he went to. Yeah, that probably would be the last time. 500. Once Hargrave went to nose tackle with Milton and Cox working on the run, Hargrave plays nose tackle till Davis. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. I hope Jonathan Gannon gets a head coach's job. Let us get a real defensive coordinator. His defensive schemes suck. I only see 3 play. I hear you, but you know what? The thing is we all hate the bend and don't break. Like, we hate it. I hate it. I hate that, quarterbacks that I think are trash go out and throw for yards against you. But you haven't lost yet. We haven't lost, so it's hard to complain,
True.
Do you think Josh Allen's day-to-day puts Jalen Hurts lead for MVP? Yes, I do. I think so. What do you think, Joey?
I think Hurts has 2 less picks than Josh Allen as of right now.
Yeah,
I think that's the only. I think they've been pretty good. Both of them have been really good, but Hurts is definitely in conversation.
Yeah. How about them boys? Eagles fans make me laugh. They know they can't beat us when Dak is the quarterback. Get the hell out of here. What is Dak going? Who's he going to throw to? I think you guys are gone. You guys wanted to trade Dak Prescott right before our game. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
We got Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush is 5-0. He fits this team better than Dak Prescott. You'll see. Yeah, okay. What the question is why is Dallas's defense, if they're supposed to be so great, why did the Eagles put up points on them in the first half like it was nothing? That's what I want.
Well, tell me this. What's the defense how much has Dallas, what team gave up on most of Dallas's defense on points this year? What was the team that scored the most on them this year?
I don't know. Probably Chicago, maybe?
Chicago. Yeah,
Chicago 29 points.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they said, we don't give up 20 points a game. Eagles had 20 points at halftime. And if they were a little more aggressiveness, they would have been 27-0 halftime. George Burwell, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, I had a question for y'all to think about. So say it's a decision between Chauncey and Bradbury. I have to go CJ. Then you could draft Ringo from University of Georgia. Yeah, I would have to go Chauncey too because he's younger. That would be. But man, I'm telling you, the combination of Bradbury and Slay is so good. I mean, Bradbury is. I mean, Slay they don't even want to throw to. Bradbury they keep testing, and it's like, dude, he keeps coming up big.
Yeah.
Troy Singleton, what is going on, buddy? We got over 500 people in the chat between the two channels. I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. If you're new, hit the like, subscribe, click the link in the description, and sub up my man, Joey Shakes. And if you sub up to Joey Shakes, you get a 15% discount at Philly 500's OnlyFans, where I do squat cobblers. 15% for subbing up to Joey.
Thank you.
Players sometimes get disgruntled when you tag them. It's good that Howie hasn't been using it. Rework extensions, come to agreement, don't breed cancer in the locker room. Yeah, no, I totally get it. I just don't know that this dude is going to command top 5 cornerback money. Is he not?
I don't know. If they, because number one, I don't like the tag because I feel like you're forcing a player, like you're putting them against their will on a decision, which really isn't a great thing. But it's either like if depending on what happens this year, if they think they can contend next year, Howie Roseman can restructure contract. If he wants to try to keep as many guys as possible, he could put us in a hole a little bit, restructure some contracts, free up some cap, and if that's what they want to do. But you kind of want to go, you don't want to go down that road with bigger cap hits later. Then we're going to be back to the same financial situation that we were in. So Chauncey Gardner-Johnson has been sensational. I mean, this guy obviously was a nickel with the Saints and then wanted to play safety and once he gets paid that safety money, goes to the Eagles, has to get acclimated. He didn't flash as soon as he got here. It took a few weeks, kind of like the Robert Quinn thing. It's going to take take a little bit of time. But I can afford to let Marcus Epps walk because even now what I see is they're kind of using Chauncey Gardner-Johnson not only as a safety, but as a moving piece like your Malcolm Jenkins piece. They're kind of using Kevon Wallace in that spot too, which I really don't like. I think he's just not playing well. The depth at safety is bad. So it's really tough, man. There's so many free agents. There's so many. It's a lot.
You mean Marsha Epps. Marsha Epps stinks. I'm sorry. He, to me, is just another guy. He just has a bridge safety. I'm sorry. Now, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, he's a ball hawk. Now, I think he's got it. I think that with one full off season at playing safety, because he came in this year thinking he's playing slot corner with New Orleans. So I think if he gets a little bigger, a little stronger, a little better tackling, I think he's a stud. I think you got a stud on your hands, man. I definitely do.
Yeah.
Esbury DeBooth, shout out to you. Josh Allen has 7 picks this season. Hurts has 2. How about that? It's great. When do you guys think CJ Johnson pick frenzy comes to an end? Because the kid is on God mode right now. Yeah. I mean, it's got to slow down at some point.
And they're not even easy picks. Like, he gets those diving over the shoulder, like almost to the ground picks. They're not easy to get. Like, he gets the hard ones.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah. So House Nelson says Micah Parsons is the easy MVP, even though he couldn't get a sack against the Eagles. Backup right tackle.
It's true.
South Jersey official page, what's going on?
So, dude.
What do you think about what Howie said to the fan on Thursday night?
God, I loved it. What did you think about it?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny as hell. And I kept thinking to myself, if that was me, Howie would have definitely been saying F you to me. I wouldn't even needed a sign for the amount of things that I said, But I've never, the only thing I've never said is you're forgiven. I said that I'll do an apology video to him. But I don't think I said forgiven. But if Howie would have seen me, he would have been like, you, right there. Mr. Squat Cobbler, fuck you. That's what he would say. And I would have took it. I would have took it too. I would have been like, all right, little man, just do your thing. Herbert says, y'all remember when we drafted Hurts? Laugh out loud. Good times, right? Dude, you want to hear something weird? Like my whole my whole video reaction to Hurts is spiking right now. Like, it's weird. It took like a giant spike. And I'm getting all these comments like, oh, this didn't age well. This was a...
It always happens.
And I'm like, dude, go watch the video. I have no problem with what I did. Because if you listen to the video, I say, I have no problem with Hurts. He might be a great player. But I don't understand the strategy. If the Eagles drafted a quarterback in the second round this year, I would be upset. It would be the same reaction. So I don't feel bad for my reaction. I feel like it was truthful.
At the time, it was. I mean, we don't have to go too much in depth, we know why. But at the time, it was a really bad pick. It might be a blessing in disguise now, but
do you think he knew that Hurts was going to replace Carson?
That's what we've been all. I think that's what we've been questioning ourselves since that pick. Like, did they know like Carson was already on the outs before the draft?
If they did, then it's a genius pick.
Oh yeah,
but I feel like they backed into it. Because I feel like they really were just drafting a backup, and they thought, hey, you know what? We don't want to pay a backup quarterback big money. Let's take one now and save money because we just gave Carson a big contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. But I mean, I'm glad it worked out. You know, people can go off of me all they want. I don't care as long as he keeps winning.
That's it.
LT, what's up, my man? 500, what's good? I would have loved to have Washington win that Vikings game. Can't believe they lost. They lost because Heineke stinks. He threw a horrible interception in that game. I think they were up 10, and Minnesota returned it to like, to like the 15-yard line or something like that. You know?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
James Herb, member for 13 months of Dingbat Nation. Shout out to you, man. He goes, sub 500. How was your day? Who's your defensive player of the year right now? Thank you so much, man, for your support. My day was all right. We started to get rid of some of the kittens, so it's a little hard because you get attached. Defensive player of the year. Man, what a great question that is.
Bradbury?
I think he's got to be in conversation. No?
I would have to.
He's got to be the conversation.
Yeah, I mean, first year as an Eagle and like getting targeted a lot, facing almost, they're barely throwing Slay's way. I mean, he got a couple, he'll get a couple penalties or whatnot, but that guy fights.
And I know Dallas fans are saying Parsons, and Parsons has gotten a lot of positive coverage in that way. Maybe he'll be the guy, but right now, I don't know. I have to think about that, Yeah, Micah Parsons is a great player. You can't deny that. There's one guy that scares me on Dallas, Micah Parsons. But has he played up to defensive player of the year yet? I don't know. Philly024, he goes, yeah, we actually good that year, but after that clown, he was never the same. Never the same. The question is all the stuff that came with him crying and throwing up in the locker room and Howie yelling at him, his wife crying. Is all that real? Because
after Howie, what he said to the fans, I could believe that he talks like that to people, maybe.
Get your fucking ass out there. I don't care you're throwing up. You shut up, woman. Oh, my God, dude. It would have been awesome. I would have loved to. Dude, I'm doing an HBO series on that whole incident. We're going to start a whole series. Micah Parsons is Defensive Player of the Year. Who leads the league in sacks? Out of curiosity.
I don't even know.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, best defensive player this year. He's been fantastic,
Really good.
Honestly, I'm glad we're just running away with every game. It allows room for improvement every week and keeps us honest. Yeah, I mean it does. It does. Except for, this last week. See, it's hard for me to be like I know there's a lot of people worried about the Thursday night game. But I'm telling you, when you play on Thursday and you travel, it's always sloppy. It always is. Yeah. That's why, remember when we did the schedule predictions? I picked them. I actually had them losing that Houston game initially because of it, Yeah,
you're proud. You're doing walkthroughs, and you have guys that are banged up from Sunday. Like you have walkthroughs not even 3 days. You're on a 3 to 4 hour flight going to Houston on Wednesday. Right. So it's like they're not in pads. They're getting, there's not enough time to prepare. Like,
no.
it was a sloppy game. I think the first half was pretty sloppy, but even though they, Gannon is to blame for some of the stuff he did in the second half, but the adjustments were made offensively. I mean, I could definitely say that.
Abel says, what do you think about how we use Devontae Smith? I feel like we don't include him in enough game plan. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. Like, is this a team that likes to go deep? And I understand, like, to go deep as in, like, I know they've used A.J. Brown like that, which I think that Pittsburgh Steelers game was saying, holy crap, like, he got drug tested, wanted to make sure he wasn't on the roids or anything after that game. But, like, who would be your like, would you use Devontae Smith on, like, go routes? Would you use him vertically down the field, which they don't really do that much?
I would. Yeah. I mean, not all the time. I think all those guys should be doing it at points in time.
Yeah.
Right? Because look at Devontae Smith in the Washington game. He had 2 big, deep catches.
Oh, yeah.
One of them he mossed. So I think he's getting his fair share of balls thrown to him. He's only got 3 less catches than A.J. Brown. And remember, A.J. Brown week 1 had 10 catches. He had 0.
Yeah.
So he's getting his catches. I just think they need to use him in some more like intermediate to deep routes instead of everything so short all the time. That's where I would like to see them use him a little differently,
True.
I mean, and the one thing with A.J. Brown, that A.J. Brown, I think the element he has to his game is because he's big and physical, like he's almost like a running back who creates lots of yards after the catch,
True.
But at the end of the day, you have 43 catches by A.J. Brown, 40 by what's his face?
Devontae,
and then 40 by Goddard. I think you have 3 guys that could all be over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
At this pace,
True.
T Green says, "Yo, 500. What's going to have Eagles versus Cowboys in the divisional round of playoffs? Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, I hope not, but I don't mind it actually because as long as it's in Philly and as long as the Eagles get a week off, now the Cowboys have to convince me that they can win a playoff game. Dak in 7 years is what, 1 playoff win?
Yeah.
So, you got to convince me. I wonder who's leading the league in sacks. I honestly don't know. But I'm curious. Radiation Bot, thank you for Super Jacob. Sauce Gardner has been pretty dominant. Sauce Gardner has been fantastic. I mean, he is what we thought he was. He could be rookie of the year. Lee Grossman, thank you for Super Jacob. 17-0. I feel like the only team that will give us a challenge will be A.J. Brown revenge game versus Tennessee. That game, I think it could be a problem too because I just think their style of play may not match up well with us. You know what I mean?
Right. True.
Zadarius Smith. Oh, does he really? Interesting. Okay. So, so how can we put Micah Parsons ahead of him? Officiating was really bad Thursday night for both teams. Oh, I agree.
That was horrible.
Yeah. Hargrave Davis, the future. Agreed. Well, let's say you can bring back 3 guys that are going to be free agents. Who would you bring?
Oh boy, probably be Hargrave, Bradbury, and probably Chauncey Gardner, man.
Those are mine.
It's tough for me to bring Miles back because you have an offensive line that you can, for another decade to use this offensive line, you have so much young talent here that you don't need to pay running backs, $40 million. Like you just don't do that with it's a plug-in type offense. You could draft someone from rounds 3 to 6 and get a stud. And I don't want him to go because I think he's been running the ball. Like he's not really dancing this year. If you notice, like Miles isn't really dancing too much. He's just taking the ball and he's just running with fire in his eyes and very physical. Now he decleated Derek Stingley off the ground. Like that man gets yards, and I appreciate all the work he's done this year, but I just have a feeling. And look, I don't blame these guys that come off their first contracts that want to get their money. Like I can't be mad about it. It's what it is.
Yeah. I would agree with those 3 guys too. I would have to agree. Philly 0024 says, still think the Saints give us a top 5 pick, especially now that Thomas is out for the season and Kamara is going to get suspended at some point. I think there's a real good chance. And they play tomorrow night. They play Baltimore. So I think Baltimore wins. I think their next 2 games, I'm not positive, but I think their next 2 games are Baltimore and then San Francisco. I mean, that's pretty brutal right there.
Yeah,
you know?
True.
Let's see. Only competition the Eagles left on the Eagles schedule is us and the Giants. You all have cupcake schedule. You guys don't really have that much harder of a schedule.
They don't have a hard schedule. That I don't get why they're pointing at us saying our schedule. Their schedule is no better than ours.
I mean, you tell me. Give me one impressive Cowboys win this year.
None,
right? The Rams is not that good.
Bengals. Why? I think
are not that
they
good.
take too much. They take too much from what these teams and what the situation for these teams were last year. Last year, too much into it.
That's all they do is look at the past. That's all they got. The past. Where's the swamp rat? Where's the swamp rat? Where's the swamp rat? You've been pizzled, double moonwalkers. The Giants always think you're welcome. Thank you. Smith still hasn't got a breakaway run touchdown yet. He did all the time at Bama. I think some of it is just I just don't think he's been put in that position. Like, tell me one slant route that I remember him running. A lot of wide receiver screens, you know.
But I gotta say, when Hurts extends the plays like he did on Thursday night, like Smith can get wide open and get his separation. That's where he's very valuable at too.
I think there was a play. I don't remember if it was this game or the Steelers game. There was a play early in the game where it wound up being an incompletion in the end zone, and they had showed Devontae was wide open.
Yeah,
he just didn't get it to him.
True.
So. Cowboys don't have a very tough schedule. They've had no impressive wins. The Eagles have beaten a team literally that is 7-1.
Other than the Jags scoring 23 and the first game that they always talk about, like you gave up 35, like they always talk about that first game, which first games of the seasons, like I just can't count them too much because it's the first game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we've only given up 17 points or lower than that in games. Other than the Jags game and that first game against Detroit, we haven't given up more than 17 points, which is really good.
And both times I blame them taking their feet off the gas,
True.
Anthony says, Dame, you guys got to watch the Titans. I got the game on. I got the game on. Every NFL team's talent, only matter who plays better. And at 8-0, nobody has anything to say. Nobody can say anything. Agreed. Everyone on our schedule thus far at time cry to the schedule makers, not us. Exactly.
Not our fault.
Barkley's an Eagle. Barkley as an Eagle would be awesome, but I don't think the Eagles would spend that money on him,
No.
Yeah, we not only beat the Vikings, we destroyed the Vikings, man.
Shut them down.
Listen, they only have one loss. Right now, they only have one loss, and that's to us. We're 1.5 point favorites, or we're up 1.5 games. But 2 losses and they're number 1 seed. So we got to be careful.
Yeah.
Let's see. When Devontae Smith comes up for contract, do you pay him and Brown? I think when he comes up for contract, I think AJ Brown contract runs out. It obviously depends on what goes on and what happens. Right. My inclination, though, is that I would keep Devontae because he'll be younger.
True.
But,
True.
I mean, we have to see. 500, when are the haters going to understand we are top 5 in offense and defensive yards? We have a nice team. Yeah, I don't think they can accept it, I don't think so.
They will never.
Yep. Devontae needs to retire an Eagle. I like it, yes. JT to Philly next year. All right. We will see.
Who are we talking about? JT who?
I have no idea.
JT?
I'm trying to think. Is he talking about JT Watt? Is Watt a free agent?
I don't know. Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah. That would be interesting. Rhonda's Lovely Sparks, my audio political. Thank you for the super chat. Says, welcome back, Philly. You've been missed. Pound Dallas Cowboys for life. Thank you so much. Appreciate the super chat. It's good to be back. Thank you so much. Let's see. Tell your offensive coordinator Mike is no threat. Maybe he'll stop triple teaming him or nah. He probably agree. Oh, okay. Now he's getting triple teamed.
Oh my God.
Poor Parsons. Oh, poor Parsons. Just think how sad Dallas is. If you have Parsons triple teamed and nobody else can make a play, that's pretty bad. Hazard 88, thank you for super chat. He goes, I really think we need to get another defensive tackle to help with the run stop. And Mark Holmes kills me. Or the brother screwed us. Yeah. Thank you for super chat, Hazard. Would you look to bring in somebody? I know you did a video on Sue. What were your thoughts on that?
Well, there's been news flying around that Sue's been visiting. Sue's going to be, I guess they're calling his agent because he is available right now. And I think you could compensate for Jordan Davis being out. Like, you just got to be a little bit more aggressive. Like, what happens if our offense is not doing enough? You know what I mean? Like, is he still going to play this way? Because the whole philosophy of Jonathan Gannon is that he is going to play back, keep everything inside, and I think he doesn't care if these teams are, we allow them to kick field goals every time because there's a lot of faith in our offense going to put points on the board. So what if our offense is not clicking right and we need this defense to step up? Is he just going to let them get 5 to 10 yards every rush? I mean, that really pissed me off that they didn't even change that during the game. I mean, it was just, and then the tackling on top of it, and this has been a problem too, like, that's why we talk about the Titans game as a game where the Eagles could lose because they can't tackle. It's going to be a problem. I mean, Davis Mills was throwing screen passes, running up the middle. I mean, that's all it was. Until we got points on the board in the second half, once we started to get more points, then we had to make him throw the ball. And that's when we had 2 picks out of it. We got some turnovers out of it. So the pressure started coming.
Yep. Agreed. LT says 500. Now that we know we don't need a quarterback, what do we do with the first round picks? In my opinion, and it's early, but in my opinion, I would say you need a pass rusher. So you need another defensive end. Mm-hmm. I think that has to be your first pick. You need the best possible defensive end. And then I think either a cornerback or a safety. Those would be my 2 areas where I would go.
Same.
Now, maybe, if there's a guard or something like you really like with the first round pick, I'm okay with that. But I think they need a safety, corner, and a defensive end. George Burwell, David Super Chat goes, the Saints got Steelers, then Rams, then okay. So Saints got Steelers, Rams, 49ers. Now the Steelers game, I'm pretty sure is in Pittsburgh. So hopefully they win that game, Pittsburgh. Rams got to win sometime. Then the 49ers, they're going to lose all 3. I think they'll lose all 3 of those. How about them Cowboys? They stink. I don't even understand. I don't understand Dallas fans. You lost to us. You already lost. Derrick Henry trying to find someone to worry about. Yeah, Derrick Henry's a stud.
Beast.
When will the Kobe return punts experiment finally end? I don't know. I mean, give Devin Allen a chance, even Greg Ward. I don't know.
Philly, I think he's allergic to open space or something because he
runs right to the player, the defensive players, the wall. He goes right into the wall. Yeah, it's crazy. Willie Vassar says 500 tomorrow. If Odell Beckham Jr. passed his medical, we will sign him. He is in Dallas. I don't know if he's a good fit for the Cowboys. What do you think? I think that signing Odell Beckham Jr. does absolutely nothing for you this year because he's coming back from a torn ACL. He's not a year fully recovered. I don't know how much you can expect to get from him. If he could give you 70% of what he normally is, I would be surprised. That's why if I'm the Eagles, I wouldn't touch him.
No.
Nope.
Staying away.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even a year removed from his injury. Odell Beckham Jr. going to the Bills. He could go to the Bills.
Good spot.
I say take him. I hope Dallas does take him. It'll be fun. See, I think, and I said this, Joey, in my stream today, I think that when the Eagles face Dallas on Christmas Eve, I think that's the clinch division. That, to me, is going to be the game that clinches the division for the Eagles.
So, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Cowboy fans want to do over the Eagles win was no fair. I know, right? Yeah, Dak, one playoff win in 7 years. I'm not scared of him at all. Reverend Bebop says, now is Covey's decision making to run into traffic his decision or special teams coach? Got to do something, you know?
It's his decision.
Oh, it says the last time the Cowboys were relevant, Moses sat behind Jesus in 3rd grade. So, Fat Folder, member for 7 months of Dingbat Nation. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for support. 500, your chair seems to be going out. Where's your new one? You know what? It still says back ordered. I told my wife the other day I'm gonna cancel it. This chair, my ass is torn the hell out of this chair. I need a new one. It's not even comfortable. And still a first and second this year, then 2 firsts and 2 seconds next year, then 2 firsts 2024. Yeah, boy. What are you talking about? Trading one of your firsts again?
Trade back. They have an extra second-round pick for 2024. Everyone's got to remember that, too.
How many playoff wins does Jalen Hurts have? One less than Dak Prescott.
And how many years has Dak Prescott been in the league more than Jalen Hurts? Like, he's had more time.
By the end of this year, he'll have more playoff wins than Dak.
They're acting like Jalen Hurts and Dak have been playing for the same amount of years, which is ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, you Cowboy fans are really crazy. You guys really lost it. And if you guys do not beat Green Bay, I'm going to laugh so hard. He said, I'm going to laugh so hard when the Giants beat you. How the Commanders will beat you guys too. We'll see. Yeah, everybody's just going to beat us. Yeah, I know. We're just going to go out
every week.
Every week. You know, I haven't smoked a cigar in so long. I don't know what to do with myself. I got all these cigars I can't smoke. The Cowboy fans are crazy. Dak Prescott plays one decent game against Chicago. Why did he suck against Tampa? Why did he suck against Detroit? Because you got no offense. You guys stink. The Eagles fly. Dave for Super Chat. He goes, I love how Cowboy fans pump in their chests like they're on top of the division or the best team in the league and trying to make us feel bad about being 8-0. I know. They definitely do. I like when they say, you haven't beaten anybody. Wait a second. My Minnesota 7-1. Minnesota don't count because you play Kirk Cousins in primetime.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's like, what can you do? You know? Or we beat you. Oh, but we had Cooper Rush. Yeah, but you wanted to trade Dak Prescott. You literally, I have audio of chats. I have them in the chat talking about 5-0 Cooper Rush as a better fit at quarterback than Dak Prescott.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You can order an Eagles game chair online. I had this one was a nice fancy one, but I don't know why it's still backward. 500 had the Titans had to play from down 20 plus early. They only have 14 at the half. No, I don't think they have. No. Even in that Giants game they lost, they were winning. They should have won that game. Really. The guy missed a field goal. You know? Cowboy fans, I hope you guys are around Christmas Eve. You know? Only crackheads say Rush is better than... Dude, you guys got a lot of crackhead fans in. I'm telling you. Am I wrong, Joey?
No, you're not. I hear it every day. Yeah, even before that.
Day. Yeah. Kenzo, what's happening? He says, Eagles have played the 10th toughest schedule so far. Look it up. 8-0. What's your record? Exactly. You know, like you tell me one Dallas win that's impressive, and I can't find it. Jordan Howard, the trade deadline. Yeah, agreed. Philly, answer me, Joey, about Astros being Philly left. Hell yeah, it's drunk. Yeah, they beat us. I mean,
that was horrible.
It was horrible. I didn't understand why they pulled Wheeler after 70-something pitches. But the truth of the matter is that they just stopped being able to hit, man. And that went on for a few games. I mean, Houston's a good team, so
Yeah,
I'm not going to take anything away from them.
Right.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, in Rush we trust. Exactly. And I said, well, I kept saying to them, don't come back when you lose and tell me it was because you didn't have Dak Prescott. And that's exactly what they did.
Mm-mm.
And then I love when they say, oh, well, guess what? You guys said last year that you had your backups and when we beat you. So it's the same thing. It's not the same thing. We had all our backups in our third string, and you had only one quarterback out. It's a big difference. Mark Johnson, thank you for Super Chat. He goes, Eagles have won Super Bowl in 100 years. Yeah, I guess that's one way to look at it. But if we're going to go back 100 years, then we just need to talk about championships. And the Eagles got 3. So, I mean, if we're going to go back before the Super Bowls really even started, then we got to count those championships. But I can say this, the Eagles in the last 20 years have won. Dallas has 0.
It's true.
Yeah, Cooper Gold Rush. That's right. Ty Eagle Flight Day for Super Chat. He goes, the Jets beat the Bills, the Colts beat the Chiefs, but no one mentions that. Listen, it's any given Sunday in this league. If you don't play right, it's any given Sunday. We saw that Thursday night,
True.
That's it. After further consideration, Michael will come in second MVP race, only losing to Jack Stahl. Okay.
Jack Stahl.
Now that would be pretty funny.
How about Jack Stahl though? He's getting more.
Okay, he's getting better. He's getting better. I really can't wait to see what they do with Tyree Jackson. Right, they got the 21-day window open for him.
Right.
So it'll be interesting. But I haven't had a problem with Stahl at all. I think he's gotten better this year. He's actually been a pleasant surprise.
He has, definitely.
Kai says, I just got tickets for Eagles Giants in New Jersey. That's going to be a fun game. When is the first Giants? Let me see here. I think
another 4 to 5 weeks. Another 4 to 5 weeks, I think.
Is it that soon?
Yeah, a little bit.
Bean215, member for 14 months of Dingbat Nation. Shout out to you, my man. He goes, Mark and all Cowboy fans are scared. Fly Eagles like they are nervous. There's no question. See, Dallas fans can't understand. They can't accept that the Eagles are this good. It's like, dude, they've lost their mind since this loss. They've lost their mind.
They'll literally spit any type of excuse that helps their narrative against the Eagles for any matchup. The schedule doesn't matter what it is.
See, I think they should say, "Hey, you beat us. It is what it is. But we get you Christmas Eve. We're gonna have Dak back, and we'll see what happens." I can respect that. But the whole thing where like, you guys aren't that good. You haven't beaten anybody. Blah 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 blah. Come on. I've seen Jack Stoll watching football a few too many times for my liking. Instead of doing his job, I say draft another tight end in the draft. They might, but they got some young guys they got to develop,
Calcaterra.
Mark Holmes is delusional. He said Eagles have a problem. Oh, God. He's trying so hard. He's so worried. Adam Scott says, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I remember that. I honestly feel bad. Dallas is due for some success after 30 years left out. Too bad they choke every year, every December. I don't feel bad.
Well, I don't even think they have. I think their window's closing. I don't think it's opening to anything really, future wise. Like I don't think there's an open window for anything for them, to be honest.
Yep. Big D says, if I can give Dallas their props last year, then there's no reason they can't give us ours. Agreed. Question is will they, He says, I have the footage to prove it. I love it. Keep them receipts. We know people who keep receipts all the time. Oh, they keep receipts.
Watch what you say.
I'm so scared. Watch what you say. I'm
gonna be stalked again. So
Joey's stalked. Like Joey is the most stalked person on YouTube I've ever seen. I'm like, dude, you better go get your your like a carry permit or something because dude is stalked at all types levels. It's unbelievable.
It's Fred.
Lonely B says Christmas Eve, the Eagles will have their backups playing. We'll see if the Cowboys can beat Gardner Minshew. Why would Gardner? Yeah, because we have our backups playing. I think we'll win the division in that game. You know, I feel bad for Parsons. He's going to waste his career in Dallas. Agreed. Totally agree with that. He wants to be in Philly, apparently. If you really want to piss Cowboy fans off, you say, "Oh, Parsons wishes he was an Eagle." Just say it, and then show some pictures of him in Philly's gear.
Yeah, I saw
They
that.
lose their mind. They lose their mind. Yeah, Mahomes just got picked off. Cowboy Clown Boy fans never say anything pertaining to reality. They just rationalize and make shit up until they lose and completely vanish from the face of the earth. Yeah. And then they make one move, and then it's like they come back. Yo, Shakes, you think Ryan Tampon Hill will get his starting position back over Willis?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if they. I mean, if they start winning with the backup right now, then if they start Malik Willis, if they start winning with him, probably not. I mean, depends where they are contention wise for the playoff. It just really just depends. I don't know what they're thinking.
I think Willis is taking over, dude.
They're
winning.
It's not last year of his deal, isn't Tannehill last year? This is last year of his deal, I think. This is it.
It might be. Man, look at Willis, man. I'm watching him. I mean, dude's got tremendous upside. He's got a big arm. He can move. And, he might miss some passes, but he's going to get better and better. I really like him. Yep, Dak one playoff win. So you just can't make that up. That is so true. One playoff win,
Crazy.
It's the last year of Tannehill. He's done. I don't think he's coming back. Willis wins games like this. Listen, they got Willis. They do the RPO thing. And then they got Derrick Henry, looks like a beast. So I think this is going to be a tough game for the Eagles. Now, it's going to be a good game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I think their style, I'm not saying they're going to beat us, but I think their style is going to make it interesting. And says Dak is on pace for 2 playoff wins in 14 years. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Listen, if Dak was in Philly, he would be getting killed right now. Because no way Philly fans would put up with 1 playoff win in 7 years, Cole's Cowboy goes, how many playoff wins has Hurts got? None, but 1 less than Dak. I like to say 1 less than Dak because he's played, half as many years? He started only 2 years, and he's got 1 less. You Cowboy fans are crazy, man. You guys are crazy.
It's nuts.
Man, I got the Chiefs -8, under 48. Tennessee first half winner. What do y'all think? I could win a cool 90. The -8 don't look good. It's still not impossible, but the -8 don't look good at all. Because Tennessee's about to kick a field goal. So they can make this an 11-point game. You got to get to -8. So that's the problem. And they did. It's now 17-9 Tennessee. Why would we be scared of Dak Prescott? I don't get it.
I don't know either.
See, I'm not scared of teams because of something they did last year.
Well, that's what they're taking it out of. That's what they're taking it out.
So why? He beat us 3 years ago, and he swept us a couple years in a row. This is a completely different team, and so are they.
True that.
Wait. Dak is better than Josh Allen. What do you mean he's better than Josh Allen? Oh my God. Josh Allen? He's better than Josh Allen? Josh Allen is left pinky. He's got more talent in his pinky. Oh my God, you guys are crazy. Y'all know y'all scared of Dak. Don't act like, oh yeah, we sit there and we have scared parties. Tonight, after Shakedown, come to the Joey's Discord where we're going to have our secret, we're scared of Dak Prescott. All we're going to talk about is, what are we going to do about Christmas Eve? We're in trouble. You guys think the beat is going to be so ferocious. I just
can't wait. I can't freaking wait.
Yeah, Josh Allen would take. He would have took last year. Like I don't think the Cowboys have very good offensive weapons. Like I this year I think
Not
CeeDee Lamb's fine, but I don't think they got weapons. Last year, Josh Allen with that team, they win a Super Bowl. That's the truth. I mean, you guys are crazy. Tony Romo and Dak Prescott have combined 19 years and 3 playoff wins. This is great.
Crazy.
Dak is better than Josh Allen, Hurts, Jackson Mahomes. You mean Jackson Mahomes? Isn't that the brother?
Yeah,
not Jackson and Mahomes.
No,
yeah, maybe him, but I don't know, man. Dak's not really having a good year. He's out for a while. I don't think he's better than Josh Allen. I don't think he's better than Hurts. I don't think he's better than Lamar Jackson. I don't think he's better than Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. And here's the other thing. Josh Allen, Mahomes, and Hurts all have better offenses than him. He has nothing around him. You know. Hey, Esmery, you come into our Discord so we could we have our little worry about Dallas. We're sweating this Dallas game. We know the secret's going to get out by Christmas Eve. We're scared of Dallas. Man, you guys are crazy. Man, I can't wait to kick Dallas' ass again. Mike Davis Super Chat. He goes, Prescott is Romo 2.0. She's crazy. I better than Josh Allen Mahomes. This is insanity. Cowboy fans, this is why we believe you guys don't live in reality. Dak wouldn't win a ring ever. I'll be 50 years old and they're still not going to win a Super Bowl. And listen, a lot of the Dallas Cowboy fans know it because that's why they were promoting Cooper Rush.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make the chat. They're not mad at you. They're just laughing now. You guys are crazy. The thing is you Colts Cowboy, you may be joking, but there's a lot of Cowboy fans that really believe that because I get it all the time. Denzel 500, David Super Chat goes, so we all know Hurts is leading MVP right now. Yeah, I think so.
Definitely.
I would have to. I would say so. Yeah, I can't wait for our party tonight, man. Our little group session. How are we going to beat Dallas? What are we ever going to do?
6 weeks. 6 more weeks. What are we going to do?
6 weeks, we're going to be exposed by the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, my God. So scared.
It's tiring.
Dallas things. I just can't wait. I think Dallas is going to take such a beating on Christmas Eve. And the Eagles are going to come out, and it's going to be because the Eagles are going to win the division. Eagles will clinch the division by beating Dallas that night. That's my prediction. Listen, as soon as one thing I know about the Cowboys, as soon as Thanksgiving Day comes, it's Cowboys choke season. You guys collapse every year in December. Every year. It will it will happen again, you know? Sack trash cut, yeah. Listen, I don't think Dak is necessarily a bad quarterback, but I don't think he's got any weapons, man.
No, it's not enough. What they have offensively is just not enough.
You all will lose games before Christmas Eve, so I would take the game lightly. We might lose a game before Christmas Eve, but you're going to lose some. You're not beating Minnesota. I don't even know if you're beating Green Bay next week, so it may not matter if we lose a game. We might not. We'll see. You know? Cowgirls have won 2 playoff games in 20 years. Pure clowns, right? What time is the scared part? 500. I gotta vent about how scared I am. Yeah, we're gonna be showing pictures of Cowboy players and going, oh my God, it's Dak Prescott. How are we ever gonna beat this guy? Oh my God. Oh look, Michael Parsons. Oh my God. Why would we even take the field? Why would we even take the field?
Yeah, we should just quit.
I mean, we should just quit. So ridiculous. Oh, look, CeeDee Lamb, slow as molasses. Oh, yeah, I'm so scared. Uh-oh, not Turpentine, returning punts. Oh, my God. Turpentine. And please don't let us be outcoached by the great Mike McCarthy that could only win 1 Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. You guys stink. Oh, it's Zeke. Look, Zeke is running the ball while eating a donut. Oh, my God. And he's getting 5 yards. Fat fuck. Come on, man. Nobody's scared of Dallas. This is crazy. You guys are crazy. The only thing Dak's got over anything on the Eagles is he's got commercials on TV right now. And that'll change too. Women think we're scared. This is the greatest ever. You have a losing record against Dallas. Oh my God.
It's over.
Losing record against, oh my God. What are we doing? Bring Jalen Reagor back. Bring Jalen Reagor back. We need him. We're going to lose. We can't lose with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. That's embarrassing. We got to bring Jalen Reagor back. Okay. Oh, my God. Oh, Dallas, so scary with your stupid star and your white jerseys, your stupid stadium. Get the hell out of here. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I'm more scared of the fans with the cowboy hats in the stands. They scare me more than the players. Oh, Dak Prescott, don't lose. Don't lose. How are we ever what are we ever going to do? The Cowboys are coming. Man, we're going to beat your ass. It's not even be funny. It's so stupid. Everyone listen, drop an Eagles emoji to block out the Dallas fan. You Cowboy fans are great. See, I like this because I want them upset. I want them talking because there's nothing like when they lose and it gets real quiet. Like the calmness. Like Christmas Eve, it's going to be so calm. I'm going to be drinking eggnog. It's going to be calm. I'm going to check my comments and after the stream, and it's going to be like no Cowboy fans. It's going to be like quiet. It's going to be great.
I don't doubt
it. Guys, also, I love it when you just go off the rails. They make it easy, It's crazy. We're blowing you all out Thanksgiving. We're going to be eating turkey. You're going to be playing the Giants, not even playing us. Oh, my God. Let's have a secret Thanksgiving meeting because the Dallas Cowboys were so awesome on Thanksgiving. Oh, my God. Look at their kicker. He can kick. Turpentine. Oh, shit. What are we going to do? Oh, no. Oh, no. What are we going to do? It's Turpentine. So fat-ass Zeke and Pollard tripping over himself. Oh, there's Jason Peters. What a cane. He's a great Eagle. You should be scared of him. Oh, shit. Dallas stinks, man. They barely can control. You named Christmas. Yeah, Christmas Eve. Uh-oh, Dallas gonna get us on Christmas Eve. I'm so scared. Jan Big says, I take Tampon Hill over Bum Dak. Parsons knows it. He wants to come to Philly. The only scary thing about Dak is his fanatics. Get out, Cowgirl fan. Thank you, JNB. Oh, Dallas.
Oh,
so
man.
Scared. Cowboy fans they live in somewhere, Oh, Turpentine coming. Oh, shit. Don't kick it to him. He might run it back. It's gonna be like 24-3 halftime Eagles. Game over. It's gonna be. I've got David Super Chat goes Philly stopping before Joey shits himself. This show always goes off the rails. But the Cowboy fans had it coming tonight. Tornado David Super Chat. He goes, Cowboy fans want to rename Halloween Cowboy Ween. Pumpkin carved with Mike McCarthy's face and Dak Prescott for costume. Oh, this is great. Oh, I love it. Here come the Cowboys. Oh, here come the Cowboys. They stink. They're going to lose to Green Bay. Sunday Night Football. They're going to lose to Green Bay. And then they're going to lose to Minnesota. They're going to be 6-4. And we're going to be sitting at 10-0. It ain't going to matter. Oh, shit. The Cowboys are so scary. Mike McCarthy stinks, too. I think he's such an overrated coach.
Yeah, I agree.
Why does Dallas think people fear them? We love Dallas. We look forward to it, you know? They stink. They are beating both of those teams. Absolutely. Joey Shakes is high.
No. High on laughter.
Joey Shakes is tired. He's been up and about all day.
Yes.
You know? It's crazy. It's crazy. So, I don't know. We're a minute 15 in. We're very scared. We have to have our Dallas Cowboys meeting now. We're gonna fear the Cowboys. We're gonna be scared of them. So is there any final thoughts before we head over to our Discord for our Cowboys therapy session?
No, I mean, good thing is, like, even from the Texans game, I'm pretty healthy. I mean, it gives us, I feel like there's going to be a lot of guys who are going to get more rest days this week before Monday night, and we have those extra couple days, which is good to rest some of these guys. So we'll be prepared. Obviously, new quarterback for Washington from last time, and obviously, Chase Young might be back, so it's another thing we have to watch out for that game. But coming off an injury, so how is he going to look first game back? Might not be the same Chase Young. So in Philadelphia. So I think we're ready to go.
Monday Night Football.
Monday night.
Yeah, I think Washington's heading into a buzzsaw. I really do. I think it's a tough spot for Washington with Heineke. I think it's a tough spot. Their run game doesn't really scare me that much.
Right.
We'll see how they use it. But their defense is decent, though. But, we'll see. It should be interesting. I don't think – I think it'll be close early, but I think the Eagles will pull away, But we'll see. It'll be fun. Let me first thank everybody for being here. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. Even if you're a Cowboy fan and you want secret intel to our fear meetings. But make sure you click the link in the description. Go sub Up JoeyShakes. And just thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all the support. It truly means a lot. And thank you for putting up with all the crap that I, had to deal with this week. It does not go unnoticed. That's for sure.
Yeah.
100%. So, yeah, I mean, with that said, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. We'll be back Saturday night, right? Saturday on both channels, Monday on both channels. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. So shout out to each and every one of you guys. And let's give you, on the way out, let's give you some reality of what it is really like to be a Cowboy fan, especially after Thanksgiving. With that said, take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat.
Peace.
Play. We had one. Yo, you gotta be motherfucking kidding me.
You gotta be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
running
from
a... To get off the field on third down. What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Tell him more. He's got to be better, man. Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more play. We had an opportunity to win that game at the end. But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us. I'm upset, but the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
You literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. Yeah, we had opportunity for one more play. Hi, Michael Anthony, Fitness Hit MAF.